Jules here from Joolsedesigns and JT Creations. So back with the travel journal again. So we finished the pocket off, and what I did was I did an elastic band in this one and then threaded that through. So that it's quite secure, and if I wanted I could put another one on that one. So I wasn't quite sure what to do here, but what I've decided, after seeing that, I'm going to put a pocket here and I will stitch it. So I've already cut it out. So it's just over 8.5 centimeters, just under 3.5 inches, but it is 20.5 centimeters. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate it because I quite like the look of that holiday scenes. So what I did was I got the other ones out. I got the African safari. I didn't get the Japanese one out, and travels in India, so we're going to do the India and the African. So but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in on a slightly darker colour. So I used the peanut brittle, so I'm going to use the espresso truffle for this one. So we'll use the zebras in the field. Well, and I'll put that one up there. There we are. So I quite like that espresso truffle. It's like a black, but it's not, because I do have the memento, the tuxedo black, and that's a very, very black. So this is me. I've stitched round it. I stitched because it's got brown on one side, white on the other side. I did have a bit of issue with it, but it's a cheap small sewing machine. Plus it doesn't help that I'm using strong white cotton, and it's kind of the coloured cotton's like a tacking thread, which is really no good. So now we've got that, what I want to do is I'm going to put these back in. And I want to do some tags with some of the Judikin stamps. What I'll do is I'll put that right over. And if it's not in there, that's it. And then I can put another one in there if I want. So it's still quite good. It's compact. I've got an ephemera pocket. If I wanted, I could put that in the middle. I've got a pocket there for bits and pieces. That makes that a little bit more sturdier now. When I put the and it's still got a lot of bending it for putting more bits and pieces and everything in. So what I want to do now is I want to use, I've got some of these, I'm not quite sure where I got them from. I think I bought them in a pack. I think they're Paper Mania. I've got quite a few. When I was getting rid of my stuff, and I thought, no, they'll make nice tags. So that's what I'm going to do with them. But I'm going to do 2 to... And it's a corner chomper, so I've got the angle in the photo, but it's the angle one I'm wanting. Pull them out. And it just gives me a nice tag shape. Now, when I used to, the method I'm going to do, it used to be chalk inks that I used. I don't have any of those chalk inks left. Well, I got rid of them all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the oxides. It's about the nearest to chalk I've got. So I've got lemon squeeze. I've not got that many. I've got salty ocean, peacock feathers, pickled raspberry. I've got gathered twigs and frayed burlap and black soot, but I am wanting kind of an orangey one. What can I use? I've got spiced marmalade there. We'll try a bit of distressed. Now it used to be like or like a sponge that you used to put them on, but never mind. I really don't want to get these muddled up, so I'll put them on with that. And I think we'll use the peacock. Kind of similar what we used to do with the chalk inks, and we'll have a bit of pink in between the orange and the we used to work on white card, not cream card, so I'm not quite sure how it's going to turn out. But here goes. I'm just breathing on it just to reactivate it. And this is just a Do Crafts Whispers stamp that I cut down, and I wished I'd kept it because it was like a burnt edge. There we are. And then what you do is you take the actually. I'm just mixing this up a little bit. And I'm just wondering if I could do this. Just let me get this out. With that bit of sponge. So what I'm trying to do is get the sunrise there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the black memento and do a Serengeti stamp. And there we are. That is a lovely holiday stamp. So we've got the Serengeti with a sunset in the background. Okay, so the next one, I'm going to use some seedless preserves. I'm not wiping it off, I'm just leaving it on. And again, I'm just blowing on, huffing on the stamp, just to, I don't know whether that works, whether it would do it without, but it's always worked for me, so I'll continue to do it. And there we are. And then we'll just mix that in a bit. I'd probably be better off doing it without doing it on there. Give me a bit of that yellow. You don't want it going too muddy brown. And I think what we'll do is we'll do Florence. Okay. Just and there we are. Maybe that's not as clear as it should be because I did move it about, so it's moved a bit. Yeah, but still it's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this without because basically it's just the colours. I'll put some yellow at the top. And I'm going to go back for the pickled raspberry again. I'm just turning this upside down so I can, looking for something to and I'm just gently brushing it up into the and we'll gently brush the yellow down, and then you get that tropical kind of sunset, and I think we'll do the palm trees from the Egypt. Because it reminds me of the sky when I was over the Sahara Desert when we went to Tunisia. We did a 2-day trek into the Sahara Desert on camel. It was quite cool. I've never been on a camel before. And there we are. I'm going to try a seaside one. So I want this salty ocean. And they're quite good for blending into the paper. And we'll try a bit of peacock feathers just on the edge, just to give it that ocean. And just gently I could play all day like this. And this is the squeezed lemonade. You could even do it with alcohol markers because they blend in. Watercolour crayons would be another good one because you can blend them in. Anything like that. We'll put a little bit of blue just at the top. Should really be the sand, the sea and the sky, but now which one do I want? I'm going to have the boat in the sand dunes. And it's going to be the wrong way around, but it doesn't matter. There we are. Now is that, they're not cool. And I mean, you can go further up with that one and take them. Blend them out. What we used to use some kind of square stamp like that, and it was this is a Judikins, and that would fit. that would fit perfect. So we used to stamp that down, then do that one, and then that over, and they made quite nice holiday, but obviously this was too big for that stamp. So and the Serengeti, I'm just going to mix that down a bit. There we are. Yeah, so you can do all sorts. So we'll do an Indian one. So what colours should we use? I think lots of oranges and pinks. Now this isn't an oxide, this is a distressed, so we'll see how this works. And then I'm going to go to the lemon. And I think we'll have a bit of pink on that. And I'm just doing a rough light line. Try and get rid of some of the ink off it, and then just blend it in. Go back in with the yellow. Put a bit of pink around the bottom, I think. And gives it that nice warm colour. Now, what do we want? Do we want the Taj Mahal, or do we want the trees, or do we want the elephant? The Taj Mahal tends to be quite white, doesn't it? But never mind. Yep. And we'll do that. And there we are. So there we have it. That's playing with oxides. It doesn't have to be oxides if you don't have any. Watercolour crayons, normal crayons, distress inks work. Probably any other inks that blend in would work. So we've got the Taj Mahal, we've got a nice seaside scene, we've got tropical palm trees, we've got the Serengeti, and we've got Florence. But I really think that Serengeti's getting to me, so I think it needs to be more orange around the sunset. And we'll put a bit more lemon in that as well. Just try and get rid of that ridge. If we can't, we can't. It does look nice. It does look nice and warm, and I'm going to put some lemon around the bottom as well, just to make it a bit greener. Okay, and the Florence one. So I hope you get something out of that. That's just bits of card that I was going to throw out. And I've made some holiday tags. So, and they'll go with me on holiday, although I'm not going to any of those places. The seaside does look like that. There are some palm trees, and maybe it's not the Serengeti, but you do get a nice sunset. There are some beautiful buildings in Cyprus and some beautiful cities, so they will all work. It'll work anywhere. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.